podcast. I'm gonna send you. What's the name of the show, JB?
Nigga, it's a pod named Kickback. A pod named Kickback. It's like a tribe called Quest Dog. You say
the whole thing.
We getting better at that too with the time.
Yeah, man.
New obviously has many more groups to share to than I do, as by the length of time it is taking him to share. But
yeah, man.
That being said, thank y'all for tuning in, turning up with us.
Absolutely, man. We appreciate you. We glad you're here. We in a pandemic, and there's a lot of tragedy going on, but you're still here, and you're here with us. You could have been anywhere in the world tonight.
Goddamn right.
You're trapped in a house. You're quarantined. Right. You couldn't have been anywhere, but you could be watching anything. And you chose to watch us. So thank you. We love you. We are a pod named Kickback. As you can see by the... Hold up. Let me get situated. Yeah. The logo up there.
There you go.
Oh, shit. Right there.
Yep. Hey, what's up,
That's
Jerry?
so difficult to do with the camera angle. You be like, how do I get to the...
Yeah, and the shit is reversed, too. So you gotta be careful of that shit.
Well, shit, let's get started, JB. What up, Jeremy? We see you. One more time, JB. What's the name of the podcast?
Nigga, it's a pod named Kickback. A pod named Kickback. It's like a tribe called Quest. You say the whole thing.
Welcome to a pod named Kickback. Hold up. Welcome to a pod named Kickback.
Fuck that up.
Also, welcome to a pod named Kickback, also known as the Black CNN and the Revolution will be televised. I'm no great snooter, righteous ratchet. If you throw it, I catch it. If you got it, I match it. Every Monday. We right back at it. I am the Black Savage.
What up, y'all? It's JB Frank. I'm that gangster geek coming at you every Monday, representing NWA, Nerds with Attitude. What's up, y'all? Happy Monday. Let's get it cracking, dude. Let's get it going.
Let's get it cracking, JB. I did the unthinkable. I did not send myself the topics. So you're going to have to control
Got you covered, my G.
Because I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Got you covered, my G.
Oh, and Jeremy said, but not catching the corona. Yeah, if you throw it out, catch it. Unless it's the Rona. You give it. You can have it. Merry Christmas.
Indeed. Very much so. As always, let's start out with the highs and lows. I'll go first, if that's all right with you.
Can it?
All right, so my personal low this week, keeping it a buck, is some of the shit that we are going to share later. We don't want to bring things down too much, but Corona is real, and that's all I'm going to say. And it's affecting us. It's affecting our society, and that bothered me a lot. That was my low this week. My personal high this week was, as you well know, because you're my brother and we talk to each other fucking 4 or 5 times a day. I've been dealing with a lot of bullshit at work. Getting a new campaign going, onboarding 7 employees, this, that, and the third. And,
bullshit.
Go ahead.
I said bullshit.
All of that shit came to fruition. We were able to get the campaign up, and senior management, owners, directors, other motherfuckers started to notice the work that a nigga was doing. So I appreciated that shit. That helped out a lot. Hearing from your managers that they see the work you putting in. Always kind of, you know what I'm saying? So that was my personal high this week. What's up with you?
My low this week, similar to yours, the Rona. Wait a minute, hold on, what's going on here? Let me say something real quick. People, you're not gonna believe this. I have a patio visitor while we're doing the podcast.
Oh,
Give
shit.
me 1 second. Love you too, cuz. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna come back with my high and my low. Of all the times, it's crazy.
Hey, thanks. I appreciate the congrats, Jeremy. Appreciate your chiming in, brother. Also appreciate y'all tuning in. Shit gets kind of crazy on a live show sometimes. This nigga new got I guess a live guest unexpectedly. Whatever.
It's crazy. Just I have been going out. And so someone said to me, "Hey, I have some fish but I don't eat fish. I'm gonna bring it to you." And then they sent me like I'm on a patio. I'm outside, come to your patio, and I'm like, I'm on a podcast. But that's one of those contactless visits. Exactly. Social distancing. But y'all know what's crazy though? Me and JB, before I get into my high-low, me and JB went on a walk this weekend. Kristen liked the app. We like the app too. This shit is dope. I like the words in the square. You can put your comments up, all that shit. But let me rewind. Let me do my high-low, and then we'll talk about our walk.
How about that?
My low was pretty much based on this Rona. It's hitting close to home. And I appreciate all prayers, positive energy, love you want to send to me and my family. We need it. But my family's strong, so, you know what I'm saying? Dawson's strong, so we good. That was my low. My high of the week was, everybody who's been watching the show knows that I've been trying to open my own insurance agency and been kind of working on that. With this COVID-19 and the state of the world we're in, it just isn't looking promising. And what I wound up doing was, instead of investing in my own agency, I wound up getting a job, like a straight 9 to 5. And it's the amount of money I wanted, it's the benefits I wanted, and I was able to, in the middle of a pandemic, improve my quality of life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's not something that I didn't even thought I could do, or that everybody could do. So that was my high, man. When I thought I was at my lowest, I found a way. And that's my love and energy out to y'all. When you think you at your lowest, you can find a way. You can.
Yeah, that's real as fuck, young. That's real as fuck. And that's a great high low, young, because you're getting back up on that horse is huge, my G. You know what I'm saying? So gotta love that. Let's go into just went viral, new.
My left stroke just went viral. Yeah. I tell you what we're gonna do. Before we get into the fun things that went viral, let's handle some of the downside. We had some losses this week in our community, the Black community, the hip hop community, the music community. JB, we lost Betty Wright. We lost Andre Harrell. And we lost the legend. Well, all of them are legends, but we also lost Little Richard. And JB, I can't hear you. Are you talking?
No, I'm not. I'm listening to you.
And we lost Little Richard. 3 crazy losses in like a 24-hour period. I see y'all comments. I appreciate you. Thank you. Love you too. And, God is good. The universe is good. All of that. But JB, you are glitching.
I know. I just saw that comment. I'm checking on it right now. Bear with me.
But you're keeping me up. Pause. So that's good.
Whatever, nigga. So I got it.
I'll start with Little Richard. Little Richard is the king of rock and roll, the inventor of rock and roll. And this isn't me saying it. You know, Elvis Presley said it. The Beatles said it. James Brown said it. Jimi Hendrix said it. This is when your peers, like, you know, everybody's coming out, all the basketball players doing the Last Dance documentary, saying Jordan is the best ever. They were doing this for Little Richard 10, 15, 20 years ago. And Little Richard famous line is, they ain't never gave me nothing. They ain't never gave me nothing. They gave him his flowers before we lost him. They said you drinking and reading, JB.
Well, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is going on, so I'm not looking at the camera, and that's what they're noticing.
And Will just said that, you know, of course he was. So we all know Little Richard's position in music, the king of rock and roll. I guess we would call him the architect of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You know, we know what he was capable of. We know what he did. And I love the fact that we were giving him his flowers in his, not even his later years, like in his mid years. Like Martin had him on a Martin TV show. We were doing specials for Little Richard back in the 90s. So I know he felt the love. And as the creator of rock and roll music, it's definitely a sad day, but we're going to rejoice in his legacy because he is the king of rock. I know Run DMC made the song, I'm the king of rock. There is no higher. But that was Little Richard, a.k.a. Lil Dick. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah. I mean, he is the real one. No question about that. The original article. It's sad. It's sad to see him go. We'll get back and try and understand a little bit better, you know, what happened with him, because what is unclear right now is whether or not that was coronavirus, right? We just know that he passed, unfortunately, but we don't know exactly what the situation was. And I think that you know, that I think we need to understand that.
Absolutely. Rest in peace to the king, Little Richard. We're all fans. Like, we're all fans. Like, it's not up for debate. You know what I'm saying?
Whether you know Little Richard or not, you're a fucking Little Richard fan. Let's keep it a buck. Like, there's just no way around that.
No way around it.
If you understand the history of music, then you are a Little Richard fan. It just is what it is.
He created rock and roll. It's not much more to say. Like, that's enough. That's enough. If you like rock and roll, then you like Little Richard. And R&B sprinkled in as well.
Lawan, that's what makes me the gangster geek. You know, yes, I was frozen for a second, but me and my consummate technical brilliance, I was able to fix that. And as you can see, I am no longer frozen. So, yeah.
And we're back.
And we're back. Go ahead and just get that out. You're not the only motherfucker who's arrogant on this show, dude.
Hey, I'm not arrogant. I'm very humble.
Really, nigga.
Man, we gotta talk about my moment with Curry Champion this weekend. So, Curry Champion from ESPN, who's done our podcast before years and years ago. She did it when she was live at the Miami Heat San Antonio Spurs finals. So we got her to come on the show, talk about that game, talk about sports in general, talk about different things she's going to be doing. And she did a live, but she was hooking people up with dates. And she did the live, and I went on the live. Now, first she said, "No breaks new. He sounds dangerous. I don't know if we should click on him." And I did change my name from New the Mayor to No Breaks New. So I was like, "Curry, it's me, New. What you talking about?" So then she brought me up onto her live, and I'm on the live. And I was like, "Do you remember me now?" And she's like, "Yes, I remember you, but you have a girlfriend. I'm not hooking you up with no dates. You need to get off my live." And I'm like, I don't have me and Ashanti broke up. I broke up with Ashanti. Well, what are you talking about? But it was funny as hell because she just, And we got the flash, the partner and kickback mug on the live. So we got a bunch of subscribers and followers after that. So it was cool. We shout out to Curry Champion. Hopefully we get her back on the show while we're quarantined. Well, I guess we're not quarantined anymore. Georgia's open.
Yeah, and that's the crazy part about this whole thing. Like Georgia is wide the fuck open now, and it's just fucking with me for real, young. Like I don't like the fact that Georgia is open. I don't like the fact that motherfuckers have to go to work. But I mean, what we gonna do, you know?
Yeah, I'll be out there in the wilderness of South. What we in North Georgia, South Georgia?
We're in North Georgia.
I'll be out in the wilderness of North Georgia tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, but this week. Right, Jeremy said according to who, not me.
Oh yeah,
I said she was drinking, so it was her. And screen frozen.
Fuck that, Joe. I ain't going nowhere. That's real.
I'm going to work and I'm coming home. We're gonna talk about y'all that's out here going on dates and shit, meeting new people. We're gonna talk about all of that shit. Yeah, because I'm not going nowhere but to the office. They
tried to get my ass to come to work next week, and I was like, hold up.
Hold up. Wait.
Yeah, I was like, I'm a little too important to nah. I literally had that conversation with my boss like today. I was like, so I'm not fucking going back to work, right? And she was like, oh, nah. You're the shining little blackie. We can't. I was like, fuck you mean, young? That's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
No.
Anyway, young, you ready to move on?
Yeah, let's move on. What else we got, JB?
Let's go to that IG battle. Yet another blockbuster. Battle.
Yeah, man. Let's see. Okay. Just keep it. Yeah, I'm gonna keep my butt in the house. My mask and gloves. I got you. Skip. Jeremy say skip.
Yo, I love this comment shit, yo. Y'all pop them bitches.
Yeah, it feel like they here with us and shit. Y'all are here with us. We y'all over there on the sofa.
Right.
So y'all know that's the set. That's the legendary set. We miss it. But one day we'll get back to the point where we're doing the show together and not socially distancing. But today we're gonna continue to socially distance, be responsible. But the IG battle. We'll talk about ours first because the big story is, Jill and Erica. So we'll talk about our battle we do every single Friday on a pod named Kickback Instagram. First we did Prince and Michael Jackson.
Yep.
Then we did Boyz II Men and Jodeci.
Yep.
Then we did Tupac and Biggie. Then we did Jay-Z and Nas. And this past Friday, we did Rihanna and Beyonce. And you guys have been tuning in. We've been loving it. Hell yeah, because we're going to get you the invite. What we're going to start doing is on Facebook because Instagram has been shutting us down. And it's just been like we'll get through 3-4 songs, shut down. 7-8 songs, shut down. Then 1-2 songs, shut down. So instead of going through the shutdown, we're going to try to do it on Facebook this week. And we let you guys vote. A lot of y'all picked Cash Money versus No Limit.
Mm-hmm.
Some picked T.I. versus Jeezy. Those were the two that stood out the most. But I came up with a whole new one. T.I. and Rick Ross. So that's the one I want to do. We're going to see what y'all votes say. But I think T.I. Rick Ross, I think that's the one for next Friday, JB. If they don't kill us, we're not doing No Limit Cash Money. If they don't kill us.
Yeah, we'll have to look at that. And just to geek out for a second, y'all, you'll notice like the Jill Scott and Erykah Badu battle, they can play their songs with impunity. All of these other big name battles, the people on the Instagram are literally playing their own material that they own copyrights to. so they can play it with impunity without any sort of risk of copyright infringement.
They always be playing shit with impunity, JB. Playing shit with impunity. Yeah, I see how JB be trying to sneak his little Harvard words on the show.
Come on, y'all.
Leave me alone. That's the JB. That's the gangster geek word of the week.
Oh, whatever, nigga. I mean, it's real. You know, they get to do whatever because it's their copyright. You know, they get to play their shit with impunity, as I said, because they
impunity. You was in the sentence, baby.
Yeah. You know, but we can't because we're not those artists. So what we're going to do is try and go with a different platform, a little bit cleaner, obviously more reliable. We feel like Facebook will be the move. You will be able to enjoy the same content. As you can see from this slick ass, fabulous Facebook broadcast, we have a lot more technical capabilities with Facebook also. So, you know, let's get with it. Hey, I love that. Yes, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. It puts in a lot. We put in a bit of work to make this happen. But we're thinking we can give you a better quality battle on Facebook. I just wanted to say that, you know.
Yeah. So we're looking at, I think, T.I. versus Rick Ross or Cash Money versus No Limit. So whatever y'all decide. Matter of fact, type us a message. What would you rather see? T.I. and Rick Ross or Cash Money and No Limit? Let us know right now. We already got a poll going on Facebook, but y'all tell us. All 1,800 of y'all watching, y'all tell us what y'all want to see. So Jill Scott, well, we did Rihanna Beyonce.
Right.
And I think it was lit. It was like a party and it was dance music. It was get up and go. It was some smooth shit. We like killed it. And when you listen to Rihanna and Beyonce back to back to back to back to back to back, one, you notice it's hit after hit after hit after hit.
Yeah.
Two, you notice it's a lot of Jay-Z.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to say nothing, but
Jay-Z on both of the bammers too. On both of them. Both of us played like what? At least 2 or 3 Jay-Z features. Both of us.
Yeah, I ain't gonna inquire into that. I'm not gonna dig deeper, but
shut up! Oh no! Don't! Hey! You fucking up God code right now, nigga. Why are you impugning? Why are you impugning Jay-Z that way?
I'm just, you know, I ain't trying to impugn nobody. Yeah, I don't be impugning. What up, F? I see F stepped in the building.
Hey,
Jill Scott and Erykah Badu was a moment. It was a moment. I got to you know, of course, put the music on my speakers and just vibe, and it was smooth and it was laid back and it was a relaxing Saturday. Just zone out and just chill. It was great. It felt good. I'm a big Erykah fan. She shouted out the 5% Nation, the nation of God's and Earth's my nation. She talked about the song On and On. I've been telling people for 20 years, On and On about 5%ers. That's our nation. That's our song. And y'all don't get the metaphors. Y'all don't understand.
It keeps moving like a rolling. Like, how could it not be about? Like,
right.
Really? Hey, Lawan, leave that alone. You ain't see that. Don't talk about that.
Oh, I see it. She said I went underwater with $3 and 6 dimes. That's 360.
I know.
That's a cipher. That's what we study. And she said, I'm shouting out the 5%ers, and I was just sitting there like, because nobody ever shouts us out. People get awards, they thank God, they thank Jesus, they thank Buddha, they thank everybody. They don't never say nothing to the 5%ers. So it felt really good to hear that. Made me feel good. What up, Jay? I see we got Jay tuned in. He said, yo.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, and apparently everybody saw you, JB, so you ain't slick.
Man. I wasn't trying to be.
There you go. There you go. But Jill and Erica, it was a love fest. All they did was tell each other how much they love each other, how beautiful each other was, how much they loved each other's music. And it was sexy to see, man. I love Black women when they getting along and they empowering each other and not being catty. I love it when our brothers do it too, but especially when the ladies do it. I just be like, I love it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. It is something, maybe some of the youngsters wanted more up-tempo music and wanted to turn it into a party, but nah, man, it was a vibe. And then Erykah Badu went live after that with her band and with her team of DJs and put on a whole concert.
Yo,
that was Saturday night for me.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good look. I mean, that's high quality entertainment, and you gotta love that she did that. Also, you gotta love that it was probably a great thing for her too, getting up there, you know, on a virtual stage with her band and shit. You know what I'm saying? It probably felt good for her. Man, I love to be able to get a little you know what I'm saying? A little mini concert going. That shit'd be fun as shit, you know.
That's like what the podcast is for me. And I think that's what's been, I mean, I would love to do that as well. Music, because, you know, I rap, you sing, we are music artists.
Right.
But I get a similar high when we're doing a podcast.
Of course.
Everybody's commenting and we're all talking back and forth and the numbers are, you know, going through the roof. I feel that. It feels almost like a concert.
Yeah. I love this stage. I love being able to interact with our listeners, our viewers. You're right, Banu. I'm gonna keep it a buck. If we were playing music, might be just a little more.
Yeah. We're gonna find out Friday because we're gonna do this live on Facebook. But that whichever battle we choose, and we're gonna have a fun. Do we think Pac? We got a question. Do we think? Put that back up, JB, for me. Do y'all think Pac was bigger than Snoop in the '90s era? I will say it this way: they split the '90s. Snoop was the bigger artist in the early '90s, up until 91, 2, 3, because of the Chronic and because of Doggy Style. But when Pac got to Death Row. Right before that, when he got locked up, and Me Against the World came out in 94, maybe 95, 94, 95. And then All Eyes on Me dropped in 96. There was nobody on the earth that was bigger. He beat Bruce Springsteen. Pac was the biggest artist on earth from 1995 until like 2000, even though he died in 96. Because when he died, all of his posthumous music came out. So his story,
I was just gonna say he actually got his stock actually rose a little bit in that short interlude after he died, just because there was so much bonus material to release right after his
the conspiracy theories. Is he still alive? Is he in Cuba? So 94 to 2000, Pac ran that from the grave. I mean, Jay-Z ascended in 98, 99 with the Hard Knock Life. That's when he kind of really jumped out there. But the 90s belong to Pac. The early 90s belong to Snoop, to be clear. But Pac was bigger than Biggie. Pac was bigger than Jay-Z. Pac was bigger than Snoop. From Me Against the World until his untimely demise, and then posthumously. So that's my answer. What do you think, JB?
I couldn't agree with you more. And the biggest indicator of that is how he began to cross over in that time frame, how he started to become integrated in film and other appearances and other endorsements and other venues. That to me is when you look at the transcendence of any artist, regardless of their industry, but especially in hip hop. Because hip hop is all niggas. You know what I'm saying? So when a hip hop cat crosses over, it's like, okay, when them niggas start doing movies and shit, and I don't mean movies that they produce in a hood and that type of shit. I'm talking other directors, other producers, You know what I'm saying? Coming at them.
Gridlock, gang related,
Exactly.
Above the Rim, Poetic Justice.
Exactly. And Jonathan Singleton with what was that? Poetic Society or what?
Poetic Justice.
Poetic Justice. Yeah. I mean, these are other directors. You know. Yeah, well, you know, I always got it, Jeremy. Come on now. He was about to make all those comments.
He wanted to make a speech. Let me break this down for you.
Oh,
JB got it.
Oh, he geeked out. Never mind.
And finally, our audio listeners still won't see it, but our YouTube viewers will see the comments as when we post them, so they'll see who we're responding to. And shout out to anybody watching on YouTube, because we're live on YouTube as well.
Well, and so new technology break. I'm posting these comments on here, so absolutely everybody will see them on Shmonday. Absolutely everybody on Shmonday. Thank you guys for commenting. Thank you guys for being a part of the show, sitting on the virtual couch with us. We love it. Keep it coming, because we're going to keep posting that shit. There it is. That's your spot. Right there. That's your spot. Right there. Look, and I'm pointing in the right direction, dude. I'm pointing in the right direction. Yo.
So, what else we got, JB? Jill Scott and Erykah Badu was an amazing performance.
Yeah, it was. Let's transition right quick, new. Let's get these out of the way. Our WTF, you know, let's just go ahead and handle these, because we are the Black CNN. We try and bring y'all the news, you know what I'm saying? So let's go.
Yeah, we got Ahmad Arbery, the gentleman who was jogging and his neighbors attacked him and ultimately killed him. This happened in February, which I wasn't aware of initially, because the outrage came last week. The information came to the bulk of us last week. So we found out about this in May. This actually happened in Georgia in February. And the father and son who murdered him in cold blood have been officially charged. Now, athletes, entertainers are all speaking out. Presidential candidate for the Democratic Party, Joe Biden, has actually spoken out. And he's actually added Lift Every Voice and Sing component to his campaign, which speaks directly to issues affecting Black people. I can appreciate it. We'll see how it works, how in depth he goes, but we can appreciate that. Tom Brady spoke out. Of course, which is surprising, but of course, our heroes have spoken out. You know, T.I., Snoop Dogg, you know, JB, myself, all of our heroes have spoken out on this. And it's tough, man. I know everybody went jogging to commemorate his life and to show their support. But I was kind of like, hey, fuck jogging. Like, what we gonna do? And every time something like this happens, that's where I wind up. I wind up with, what the fuck we gonna do? We keep letting these Bama's get away with this shit. Now they are being brought up on charges and they've been arrested, but who hasn't been brought up on charges? Who hasn't been arrested and then got away with this shit? You know what I mean?
Yeah. To break this down, for those of you who have been living under a rock, it was his name, Ahmad Arbery. Did I say that right, New? Ahmad Arbery. Yes, I did. Ahmad Arbery was going out for a Sunday jog on February 23rd. Two white men who were out in the neighborhood saw this Black man jogging, and they remember a police report from 56 days ago about a burglary that happened in their neighborhood. So then they went back to their homes, armed themselves, and then went back out looking for the jogger and shot him.
And stories are coming out now that they knew him, that they knew who he was. So I think that's premeditated murder. Because stories are now saying they knew it.
This is utterly fucking ridiculous. And to make matters worse, the reason why everyone is speaking out on this injustice is, again, this is something that happened on February 23rd. And so in the intervening 56 days, 56 days, nothing has been done by state prosecutors. They were able to locate the so-called suspects and nail them down, but they never decided to move forward with any sort of indictment until social media, the media, and politics stepped in to try and change that situation. I want y'all to understand that this happened in our backyard. This happened in a county on the outskirts of Atlanta. This happened in Georgia. Y'all don't fuck around. Like, this is what's going on in our streets. And this is so fucked up.
Yeah, Ron said, they got into it multiple times. He and the father and son for different reasons. And they took the opportunity to kill him. And the prosecutor, the DA, had to recuse himself. He was going to bring up charges because he knows the father and son. He knew him. So he wasn't going to press charges against them. And he hindered the investigation. And now he's recused himself. He's stepped aside after he said it was probable cause. He's now stepped aside, and there's a black law firm representing them. I wish I could post their picture, but it's a picture of a black law firm. They're all dressed to the nines, looking serious about it, and they have black suits. And like, yeah, we representing this case. Ain't no bullshit going down. And I just was like, I fucking love it. I hate that it happened. I hate that we're here, but I love that our people are stepping up. I will say this. I like the symbolism, but I'm not the biggest fan of it. Okay, we're going to run 2.23 miles because that's the day he was killed. Okay. Trayvon Martin got killed. We're going to put on hoodies and buy Skittles. Okay. Eric Garner got choked out, and we're going to put I Can't Breathe shirts on.
Nah, let's write some letters, nigga. Let's
do something. Let's vote.
Yeah.
Let's vote locally.
Yeah.
Let's get DAs like that out the fucking game.
How about
Let's do something that constitutes, that can bring forth real change.
Preach. I'm going to slide my table forward a little bit. Get this mic a little closer. There we go. That's better.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do things like that.
Absolutely.
Rest in peace to Ahmad Arbery. Peace and blessings upon you. Love, condolences, positive energy, and prayers to your family and to all of our community. Because whenever this happens, it traumatizes us. I wasn't going to watch the video. Kristen hit me like, no, watch it. Because I'm tired of seeing that. I suffer from PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, from just growing up in the fucking hood, like in seeing the things that I've seen. And then seeing shit on TV and on Facebook. Like Alton Sterling was killed on Facebook Live. Like, I don't have, like, it's a lot to process all of that shit.
It's
and I don't want to see it no more.
It's hard to watch. It's hard to listen to, but we have to bring you all that news because that's what's going on, especially what's going on with our people and our story. So we got to do that. Let's move on to real quick. Shannon Brown.
We're gonna lighten up, y'all. We're gonna lighten up soon.
Yeah.
This isn't gonna be a depressing show, so you don't have to run away, Lamont. This ain't gonna be a depressing show.
Real talk. No question. So real quick news, Shannon Brown. The situation is that some folks came into his home thinking that it was an open house. They say, quote unquote, that they announced themselves, but this nigga probably has a big ass house. I can't blame him. He came out shooting because motherfuckers was in his house. And so now they're trying to arrest him. I think it's fucked up considering that we wind up with stand your ground bullshit with white people walking up and down the street with guns. And this nigga can't fire a rifle, a perfectly legal weapon for him to have in his own home without him dealing with the bullshit. This is bullshit. I'm not mad at Shannon Brown for doing what the fuck he did. Get the fuck out of my house. What the fuck are we talking about right now?
Yeah,
you know?
no, come in my house. You
Right.
drop off stuff at the porch.
Yeah, right. I don't even understand what the fuck this is. He didn't shoot nobody. He shot at them, which means he probably fired shots in the air to scare them off or whatever. Yeah, I don't. Whatever.
Yeah, I trust that he'll be fine. I know that a lot of even the way they worded some of this shit, like he hasn't been arrested yet. He should not be arrested. Like, fuck out of here.
Right.
He was standing his ground, defending his home. Fuck you and fuck all that shit. Shannon Brown, if any charges come against him, I'm going to be the first one out on the front lines marching with a mask and with my gloves on because it's the Rona out there. But I'll go. So Shannon Brown, great way to stand your ground. Let's move on, JB.
There it is. This one is a little crazy, but we can rip through this quickly. Our Donald Don't Be Dumb Award new. This was Earl Thomas's wife, who tracked him down via Snapchat, caught him and another woman at an Airbnb, and then proceeded to point a pistol at his head. Now, she said that she took the magazine out of the pistol, but she did not realize that one was loaded in the chamber. What the fuck? Number one, what the fuck, Joe? But she pointed a loaded pistol at this motherfucker's head.
Yeah, and she got her girls together, and he was in there fucking with his brother, which is that's kind of weird, but whatever. They having this big orgy with these girls, and her girls have pulled knives on the brother and the other girls, and then she has a gun on him, chasing him around the house. That's a lot. That's toxic. I mean, I wouldn't. You shouldn't be cheating. I wouldn't be cheating during a pandemic. It amazes me, as y'all saw when my shit got dropped off. It was on the patio, and I was in the house doing the podcast. But people cheating during a pandemic, that's a crazy risk. But what's crazy is a woman thinking she can put a gun on you. Ladies, you can't put guns on men who cheat on you. You can break up with them. You can leave them.
Which seems like
you can cheat on them. You can't pull guns.
Which seems like a much simpler solution than setting yourself up for a potential aggravated assault or attempted murder, which will put you in jail for life practically. I don't understand this shit. That's why she gets the Donald Don't Be Dumb Award. Real nigga shit. But fellas, just a little bit of advice. If you're gonna cheat, don't be posting no shit on Snapchat. That's all I gotta say.
Hey, cut your Snapchat. Cut all your locations off. Better yet, don't cheat, fellas. That's the advice I'm gonna give you. Don't.
That's better advice.
You can be poly. Women.
That's better. That's much better advice. Much.
They with it. You can't be poly. They with it. Trust me.
Don't cheat. There it is. There it is. That's better advice.
Yeah, man.
Real talk.
What else we got, JB?
Real quick, the Nipsey Hussle Grind and Shine Award goes to all of the artists that we have loved and lost during this recent pandemic. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time on this, but we feel like it's important to recognize these game changers, these culture innovators, these social change catalysts.
Can I get Nipsey Hussle Award on the bottom of the screen?
Huh?
Can I get Nipsey Hussle Award?
Hang on just a second. I got you.
So we got Betty Wright, Clean Up Woman. We got Andre Harrell, CEO of Uptown Records, discovered Puffy, Mary J. Blige, Father MC, Jodeci, Heavy D and the Boys, Finesse and Quiz. That's what he did. Uptown, and he gave us in Northwest an anthem by making Uptown kicking it. Like Junkyard used to hit that joint. Like Andre Harrell started off as Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde with a rap group. Then he started Uptown Records and was one of the biggest. You think of Cash Money, Young Limit, Death Row. The first one I can remember, black-owned record label, was Uptown Records, and that was Andre Harrell. That's where Biggie and Craig Mack got their deal with Diddy. And once he fired Diddy, they created Bad Boy. So Bad Boy comes from Uptown Records. Don't sleep on the legacy of Andre Harrell.
Yeah,
he's a
that's
beast.
real.
He did 21 Jump Street TV. He was doing TV. 21 Jump Street is a classic show. They even had movies based on 21 Jump Street TV show. Wait, I think I fucked it up. It was New York Undercover. It was New York Undercover, not 21 Jump Street. New York Undercover with Malik Yoba.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, he was a
Uptown.
He was a monster. He was a captain of industry, no question. It is a profound loss. Betty Wright, a musical icon, a profound loss. Our Nipsey Hussle, Grind and Shine award winners.
And Little Richard.
And Little Richard. Absolutely.
The creator of rock and roll.
Yep.
So, moving right along with JB.
Indeed. Let's go.
Too. It's been about a year and a couple of weeks, so one time for Nip.
No doubt. Let's move on to Netflix and chill. And Netflix and chill, obviously, during our period of social distancing and isolation, has become way more important nowadays. So we're going to touch on a few different things that
this is my baby now. This is my girlfriend. This is remote control.
You goddamn right. So Nu, let's start out with, well, I mean, do you want me to start or do you want to start with the Netflix assessments? What's going on?
Take it away, JB. What you got?
Bet that. Okay, so a few things. Number one, The Order. This show has a recent show coming out. A recent season coming up in another 3 weeks. But this is a show that's like a blend of X-Men and the Magicians. It's got magic, but it's set in like a high school setting. It's really, really interesting. I love that show. Hollywood is in Netflix's top 10 in the US right now. And I know you wanted to touch on that when you go, but that's one of my personal picks because of the political implications of that pick. No spoilers here, guys, but that pick, that series, that mini series delves into a lot of the issues that we know about, and yet we have all seen and felt and faced ourselves with Hollywood. Those of us who have tried to break into the film industry, those of us who have been affiliated with it, and those of us who have been hurt by the images that they have portrayed for Black people. It touches on all of those key political topics in that show. So it's a wonderful show. Number 3, and this is my sleeper pick. This is a movie that in 2016 won 5 Oscars. Get my fingers right on the camera. Yeah, 5 Oscars. Now here's the fun part. It's black and white, and it's a silent film. So Kristen, I just gave you 3 of them. You said you just finished The Last Kingdom. Nua's going to touch on that in a second. Love to hear your comments and that review. But yeah, there's 3 more for you right there. Right. Hollywood. What did I say? Hollywood, The Order, and then The Artist. And again, The Artist won 5 Oscars, but it is a silent film, black and white. But honestly, you won't fucking notice because it's that good, Nu.
Okay. Hollywood is at the top of my list of what I'm going to go into. Haven't seen it yet, but it's at the top of my list. The Order, I did watch that, but since season 2 is coming, I might revisit it. And what was the other one?
I said Hollywood, The Order, and The Artist.
Oh, The Artist. That doesn't interest me. But
I know. It didn't interest me
since you spoke
either.
so highly of it, I'm gonna check it out.
You'll be surprised. It's just a really good tale. It's a really good story. It's like, so you'll be surprised.
Okay. Ron said he watched a zombie joint called Kingdom. That's pretty good. He said Malik Yoba from New Undercover is in a show called Designated Survivor. And I know that's the person that if the White House comes under attack, there's one person sent to the side. I haven't watched the show, but I've heard of it. I just finished The Last Kingdom. A silent film sounds fun. Kristen,
yeah, that's what Ron said.
She tripping. But I mean, hey,
whatever.
Last Kingdom was like the shit to me. I couldn't start watching it. It was the show that came and took over everything. I was watching Peaky Blinders and a couple other shows, and the Kingdom came, shut all that shit down. I thoroughly enjoyed it. This final season, I loved. I can't wait till next season. Really grabbed me. I've been watching The Last Dance, the Michael Jordan documentary.
Hold up, New, real quick. Let's run it back for a second. What did you like specifically about The Last Kingdom? And the reason why I wanted to ask that is because I kind of touched on the historical references before. I wanted to kind of get your take, because you started with, knowing the history based on, what you heard from me and your research. But I don't think it was like the historical accuracy that grabbed you. What grabbed you? You know what I'm saying?
In a lot of shows, I look for the character that represents myself, and I don't find that a lot. My character, the one that would be me, that I could kind of identify with, is a little whitewashed and a little goody two shoes, and I like the anti-hero. So the straight up hero doesn't really connect to me. And Uhtred was an anti-hero. What I consider Thor or the Hulk or Nick Klaus from the originals. I like anti-heroes, Wolverine. I don't like the goody guys. So they had an anti-hero as a protagonist, which definitely drew me in. I've grown fond, surprisingly, of that era. Like that era, the knights and the kings and fighting, Game of Thrones and all of that kind of just, I am a fan of that era now. Even down to the video games, and we'll talk about the games later.
Right.
Even down to the games.
Right.
I like that everything didn't go perfect, because my life doesn't go perfect, and there's a bunch of bullshit that happens, and I have to persevere. So I like characters that persevere through the bullshit. And I can never get enough of sex and violence, to be honest.
Yeah, there was plenty of that too. Ron said medieval is always good.
Yeah. Hey, what's that little restaurant we would go to as kids?
Medieval times. No, King Henry's Feast in Florida. King Henry's Feast.
That was one. What was and Medieval Times was the other one, right?
Yeah, Medieval Times was always more local.
Yeah. King Henry's Feast. I love that shit. If you have never been, you'll be in a restaurant where it's almost like an arena. So you'll be there with your table and your food and in middle of the field, I guess, or in the middle of the arena. There'll be jousting and putting on a performance that's back literally medieval times. So you'll see the horses and the carriages and die down though and dee we dee down, and you be eating and watching that shit.
Yeah, because we did go in Florida. We
Yeah,
all
we
went in
did.
Florida. And New was the Lord of dirty dishes. You remember that shit? Yeah. They called you out. We was all there.
Yeah, that's so you guys know how long me and JB go back. We were like 12, 13 years old, 11 years old doing this shit. Ron was there who just commented. He's about what, 3, 4 years younger than us. So he was like 12, 13. He was like 7, 8, 9, something. And so that's family. Like, so when you watching this and you see people commenting, some of these people commenting have known us since we were children. Like since we were 10, 11, 12 years old. Oh, he said he got pictures. Oh shit.
You got pictures at my mom's house, yeah.
Oh shit. I tell you what, if we get a hold of those pictures, we'll post them. We will post them from our Disney World, Florida.
Y'all got see little bedrock. How we used to call it.
We will post those. We will post them if we got them. As soon as we get them, I should say. But I did like that show for that reason. I have not started Little Fires Everywhere. I've heard it's really good.
I heard that was good.
I will watch it. I plan to, but I was gonna cut it on the day and watch episode 1 just to talk to y'all about it. But it was an hour long, and I was like, I got shit to do. I'll get to it. So I did watch JB a show I love, a sitcom, How I Met Your Mother. I watched a couple episodes of that today. Now I've seen the whole season, but just because I like to have like just bullshit on TV when I'm doing shit, I cut that on when I was doing some other shit. And I was like, dang, this was my show. Because the dude is all about love and marriage and relationships and settling down and how I got to meet my right woman. And that's kind of where my mind has been. And this is another segue into dating in a quarantine. How has the quarantine, affected your dating? How has it affected the way you view relationships? And how has it affected life in general? Hold up. Before we move too fast, what show y'all don't like? I can't with that show. Christian, what show don't you like? Let us know quickly. I'll go on, but we'll come back to your comment once you type it in. Dating, my mindset on dating has totally changed. It was changing because I was trying to get more serious and less frivolous and less just smash and pass, catch and release, and looking for something more. But I encountered certain obstacles that made me back off. And now that I am in the situation where I'm quarantined for almost 2 months, 100% by myself, like going on a walk with you the other day was the most contact I've had with a human in 2 months, damn near 2 months. So there's been no strokey, and no pokey, and no hokey, and no thorty. Don't talk about how I met your mother, because this could be the story I'm telling our kids about how I met you. So you just cut it. Okay. Anyway, dating is no different. Well, dating is different for me because how do you date? Like I have come up with my ideal date, which would be a trip to the drive-in theater, where I'm in my car, she in her car, we conversing and watching a movie, but we socially distanced. But I know people who are going on dates, like going to restaurants, going to bars, and I'm like, meeting at each other's house, and I'm like, y'all know the Rona out there, right? Like y'all. What's up?
Yeah.
What you? Oh no, baby, what you doing?
Yeah, that's doing the most, my G. I can't fuck with that shit. Those of y'all who know me know that, I'm not a communicator. I'm not a texter. I'm not, a nigga who will call a whole lot. However, through this epidemic, that's the only interaction I have. So that's what I'm doing more than anything. I've gone on a few quote social distancing unquote dates. Netflix has the whole Netflix party between that and FaceTime. You get you some FaceTime and talk time, flirt a little bit over social media, talk about what y'all going to do after.
Yeah, get you your FaceTime and your lotion and your drink. That's a good date.
A little smoky smoke,
A little smoky smoke, sippy sip, low-see losh.
Make a night out of it. Make a night out of it.
A little bullet for the ladies. You know what I'm saying?
What you got, man? That's what it's all about. Be safe more than anything. Don't fuck around with the dumb shit right now.
Some people saying Leandra says she's not really worried about dating. We got this whole quarantine pandemic, and Ron say TMI. I'm just saying. But I will say this: dating hasn't really been my priority, but I have seen others dating, and I've seen others. They have told me, like, yeah, I went out last night. We had drinks. I'm like, you brave as shit. I've been in this motherfucking house for 2 months. I ain't brave enough to go on a date. But I do feel like I gotta kind of meet somebody. I'm still getting older. I'm not getting younger. So I gotta meet, some beautiful woman some way. Maybe on Facebook, in a Facebook group or something. But what do I do once I meet her? Okay, we met. We talked on the phone. We FaceTime. What's that next step? Do we both go get tested for COVID and then and then meet up?
Well, nigga, you and I both dated back in the 90s when AIDS was a real thing, nigga. And you knew when you were getting serious with somebody, that's one of the things you did. Am I tripping? Like that?
But that came much later. We're talking about not being able to see a person in person. A person you hung out and dated, you might not have fucked, but you were in person and talking. That's totally different than being able to see somebody in person.
I'm saying that, before I would be willing to be in somebody else's face on a date, on an interaction like that, because I know what I would want to happen and what might happen. I would keep it a buck. I'd be like, look, I'm COVID negative, and if you need to see the papers, then so be it. Like, let's start with that, because fuck that dumb shit. People are dying behind this shit. Fuck that.
Yeah. Oh, now everybody want to tell me to go on Love is Blind or go on Married at First Sight. No, I ain't going on nothing. I'm gonna meet my woman, and whatever happened. Y'all gonna stop trying to palm me off. Y'all gonna stop trying to send me off to all these shows. Carrie Champion had me on her dating show. Y'all gonna cut the shit. I'm just gonna find me a woman the old-fashioned way. I'm gonna see her in the grocery store and say, "Hey, boo, you in the pink mask. Hey, pink mask. Give me a pink mask. Let me holler at you, pink mask. Come here, pink mask." That's how I'm gonna do it, JB. Hey, yellow mask. Hey, Louis Vuitton mask. Come here, short. Let me holler at you, young.
You know all the brand names and shit are about to start making masks.
Right. Hey, Gucci mask. Great. I already had a girlfriend named Gucci. We ain't gonna do that. But yeah.
That's gonna be crazy.
I mean, I told you I went to the store the other day and I saw this chick that was like, she had a skin tight dress on, and she got out the car and like fluffed herself. And I looked up, she had a mask, and I was like, shorty fine as shit.
Yeah.
I didn't see her face at all. Her body was stupid. And then all y'all ugly girls with good bodies, it's your season. Put that mask on, cover up that ugg, and all we can see is that body.
What's up, guys? What's your name? Yeah. You get the mumble game on. I ain't mad. Yo, it was
fun. So how many of y'all are dating during this period?
Very good question.
Oh, Kristen said she COVID negative. Okay, Kristen.
Huh?
I had to holler at you. Catch a flight. Alice and Olivia in a few high-end stores got like 200 masks. Mom said, "Come up that mug." Oh, $200 mask. Oh. I was very aware that I had a surgical mask on, and she had what looked like an N95 mask, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not in her league. She balling. She don't want to. She ain't gonna date me with my little surgical mask." So I'm gonna give me a fake N95 mask, so I'm fashionable, and that's so she will want to date me.
I'm sorry, that might be the most hilarious comment of the day. New that jump right there.
Jeremy when the ghost. In a paper bag, right? Slim. That's what life is about to be like. That's about to be life.
Hey, it's plenty of porn out there with women with masks on right now. It's like a whole lot of COVID-19 porn out there.
And how do you know this, JB?
Because I have done extensive research. This is our fucking podcast. I can say that shit out loud. I don't give a fuck. It's COVID-19, nigga. Ain't nobody.
Yeah,
ain't nobody going nowhere. I'm not. Everybody know about that shit. And if you don't, you need to punch that shit up right now.
Yeah, I found a different category. Like most of my porn is ebony amateur orgasm. I like to watch the women come. That's what gets me off. Since we're here, but I've been watching a lot of I guess it's called cum in mouth. I think, and this is we family, y'all. I know this is gonna get deep, but whatever. I found like I got a lot of shit to do. I got books to read. I got work to do. Even though I'm home, I ain't got a lot of time to be sitting around jerking off. So I watched it's called Come In Mouth, and it's head with like 2 minutes until the dude come. So it's like right at the crescendo. That's what I've been watching lately. I ain't to get this. I got work to do. I ain't got time to be sitting here all fucking day, and I'm watching that part. That has been what I've been watching. I would have never, thought, but like that. I've been just some head. I guess I'm in a head mood.
And that concludes our Netflix and chill segment. I think we ran the motherfucking gamut of potential Netflix viewing options. We covered everything.
I'm just saying.
Oh no, I ain't mad because I ain't mad. But we definitely covered the motherfucking topic, didn't we?
Okay.
They got some shit. Now they joning on you. Now they joning. You got all.
See, she said come side compilations for. See.
Yeah, I'm down with the cum shot compilations too.
Oh, Julie said she posts fast forwards. Was she on Facebook or YouTube?
Oh no, she's saying she winds the dial on Pornhub to get to the end. Yeah,
I'm trying to figure out where her comment came from. I'm not showing her comment on Facebook.
Oh yeah, it came through
no big deal.
Yeah. So yeah, here's a tip. Rather than having to wind to the end, you can actually just pull up a compilation, and then you'll get a series of ends in succession. Just a small tip there, you know. Julia, I'm just gonna leave it at that,
Yeah, you can definitely find a compilation because I definitely look at that.
Anything that you want to see, tag compilation on the end of that motherfucker, and you good.
How come I don't see Julia's comment anywhere but on the screen? Do you know Julia?
I guess I do, because it wouldn't matter because it's not on my page.
Oh, let's see. Okay, just showed up. Just showed up. Okay, everything's showing up. It was just slow. She said, good looking out. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, JB, what else we got since we do we need to delve deeper into porn? Is that what you
Let's
guys
save
want to
that
do?
for next week, young. Let's save that for next week.
Kristen said, "Wind the dial." JB showing his age.
What?
Did you say wind the dial?
I don't remember saying that, but I probably did. That might have come. Yeah, you know, you mind the dial. You know, it's hey, man, dials work.
Yeah, you can turn on knobs. You know,
right. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Shout out to you and yours, ladies.
All right, dude. Let's get to we locked in on entertainment, which is key, you know, with everybody isolated and shit. Let's go ahead and jump in to music. I know one of your favorite segments, the eargasm segment. So let's go ahead and pull that shit up right
Pull
now.
it up. As you guys know, we have our podcast playlist that drop the updates every Friday. It's on Tidal, it's on Apple, and it's on Spotify. And we give you 3 hours of music. Usually the first hour is all new music. And the second and third hour is, you know, stuff that's been out for a few months. And then we sprinkle classics in there, something from 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 5 years ago. But it's a pod named Kickback, whether you're on Apple Music, Spotify, or Tidal. Shout out to Hove, Jay-Z, and Rock Nation for allowing us to put our playlist on Tidal. This week, Kalani's album dropped. So Kalani has prominent placement, of course. Beyonce and Megan with Savage has prominent placement, of course. We have, I don't know if you guys can read this because I can't. Let me see. Let me try to hold it up. I'm old. We got Drake, you know, Drake music, new album from last week, mixtape. A song with him and Future and Young Thug. Chris Brown and Young Thug dropped a beast. Slime and B. Of course, we said Kalani.
You guys
I can't enlarge this. You got Perfect is Boring by Levin Cali. That's a great track to pick up. You got Kaz Page and Black with new music. Trey Songz and Summer Walker. Mozzie. YG has a new track out. The Baby new music, of course. Tory Lanez is on here. Kiana Liddell is on here. My favorite artist, The Dream, is on here. Kelly Rowland, you know, more Drake. Doja Cat with Nicki Minaj. And now I'll go back to looking at y'all and talking to y'all. The reason why our playlist is so important to us, or so important to me and us and everybody, is that we update it every Friday with the new music. And we give you, you know, a lot of the great music, man. Like it's important to us to give you the best music, you know, the most up-to-date music, the best in hip-hop and R&B. And we strive on that. We feel good about that. And we work on it every fucking week. So follow the playlist. Go to Apple Music, go to Tidal, go to Spotify, and subscribe to a pod. JB, what's the name of the playlist?
It's a pod named Kickback. Yeah, get it in the center. There you go. A pod named Kickback. It's like a Tribe Called Quest. You say the whole thing. All right, I'm about to find that shit right now. I'm about to find that motherfucking clip right now and play it. I'm sick of that. I'm not playing.
You guys, if you're not hip to what's going on in rap and R&B, you can download the playlist and you'll be hip. We'll give you the information. We'll give you what you need. Off the no bullshit. We do have, if you follow me at No Breaks New on Apple, you'll get our battle playlist. Prince, Michael Jackson, Beyonce, Rihanna, you know, Biggie, Tupac. Those are available too. How many of y'all niggas got a haircut? I cut my hair like 2-3 weeks ago. But, I mean, this is, I ain't done shit since. I know my lineup is crazy, and y'all better not judge me.
I think we call you stick back for sure. I think a better question, New, is how many people have their hair cut? Not how many people got a haircut, because I think the number of people who might have got a haircut is 0. I've had several haircuts during the quarantine, but I also own clippers, so I cut my own hair. I'm ambidextrous with the shit now too. Right hand, left hand, get all back behind the ears and shit. All of that shit.
I'm gonna cut my shit. I got clippers. I cut it on my birthday, April 17th. We're like March. We're May 9th or 10th or some shit. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut my hair at some point. Cut it again. I'm debating on cutting my beard because I don't want the Rona just hanging in my beard. So, but I know some ladies don't like that. So we'll figure it out.
I mean, you could just wash that motherfucker, wash the shit out that motherfucker.
Yeah, but wash it every time you come in the house. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's real. That's a lot. That's real. That's a lot.
I got a lot of hair on my face, and I wash this shit every time I come in the house.
Yeah, that's real. That's real.
Yeah,
that's a little much.
So I'll say, get Kalani, Trey Songz. Yes, I took scissors to my hair. It's all over the place, so it don't matter. Hey, I ain't mad at you. We all cut our own hair at some point. I definitely cut mine. Let's see. We gotta check on this Julia. Her interest in this porn is just, she has sparked my interest. Julia, I'm gonna call you later. I don't know your number. I want to find it and reach out to you. We'll figure it out. But anyway, download our playlist, our Pod Name Kickback, and you'll have the most up-to-date music. Kalani's new album is great. I really, really like it. Chris Brown and Young Thug, Slime and B, I fuck with it. It's great. And anything else you want to know, get the playlist. What we at now, JB? We on video games. What we talking about?
Yeah, that's it. Last topic, video games. You know what I'm saying? And then we're done.
Okay, so I'll tell you guys, I have the PlayStation Now, which is like the video game for like the Netflix version of video games. So there's several games on there. I found a game this morning called like Deadliest
Warriors
Legends version. And me and JB was playing that shit on the internet. They got like Genghis Khan, Shaka Zulu, Sun Tzu, Alexander the Great,
Hannibal.
And some of them got their shield and their sword. So I felt like I was in the Last Kingdom.
Yeah, the thing that's dope about it. Okay, so two things. Again, I'm gonna geek out again. Sorry, but the other reason why I love the game new is because it's actually based on a TV show that is available on YouTube. It is also available on Apple TV. I think in both scenarios you have to buy it, but if you are a history buff, it is worth it because they literally work through how certain legendary types of warriors fought in battle. We're talking the Apaches. We're talking the Spartans. We're talking Shaka Zulus. I forgot what his shock troops were called when he used the bullhorn battle technique to beat the British in South Africa. We're talking Alexander the Great and his cavalry charge. We're talking Philip of Macedon and his hoplites. But they work through like the armor and the weapons and everything. And then they do a virtual fight between two sets of legendary warriors. So that's what the video game is based on. So I got real excited when I saw the game because of the show, but it's dope.
My internet was choppy, so we couldn't play with so much, but it's picking up. And that shit dope. UFC, the most recent one is UFC 3. I'm playing UFC 2 because I own the game. And I've been wanting a boxing game. JB will tell you, Jeremy will tell you, I have been wanting a straight boxing game. and PlayStation 4 does not have one. It's fucking amazing, but they don't have one. So UFC has now that I'm actually paying attention and trying to learn how to play, it's treat that like that itch. Like I'm boxing and kicking and that shit dope. Of course we play Tekken online.
Yeah,
we play Madden online.
Yeah, gotta love Madden. Gotta love Madden. Any game with contact is good for me, but that's just So I love all them fighting games and shit.
I'm playing 2K with our nephews.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Elijah and Sonny in DC, Elijah in Jersey, Shmee's son. I'm playing 2K with them when the internet lets me. We got games like I'm enjoying. I got the most recent Grand Theft Auto. That's a bunch of fun. I downloaded a golf game because when you're in the house and golf can be, it can be fun. I downloaded that. JB, I downloaded some Spider-Man game just to have another story game, and Modern Warfare, which is the what they call them games with the guns. I forgot, but the game everybody played with the guns. I got Modern
Warfare. Shit, not Modern Warfare. What was the other one? I don't know. I'm not a first.
Modern Warfare is the subtitle. The original name that everybody played this shit because it's the moment with the gun. I got that shit too. I can't think of the name because obviously I don't play that much. But it's the gun game that all the girls love. And I got it just because girls loved it.
So here's I'm about to. So here's a JB sleeper pick on video.
Call of Duty.
Yeah, Call of Duty. There it is. A sleeper pick. Okay, so if you are into games that are particularly nice when you are in a slightly altered state of mind, let me just put it that way. A couple of picks that you might find intriguing are there is a game. It is available for free download with PlayStation Now. It was an old PlayStation handheld game because it uses the gyroscope almost like an iPhone, but it's called Gravity Rush. And it's the game where you play a female character who can literally float in the air 360 degrees. So it's a 3-dimensional game. And it's fighting and all kinds of weird shit, but it's just so fucking weird. Another weird one like that is actually Star Wars Battlefront. Now, this is one of those MMO battle games where you hop in and you can be fighting a bunch of people, but they also have aerial battles. So now you are in like an X-wing and it's a 3-dimensional battle and the laser blasters and shit are everywhere. It's fucking crazy. So again, trippy games to enjoy.
Yeah.
Everybody playing that shit now.
Right. Yeah, a lot of those is cool, man. I'm gonna keep playing, and now that I have this Netflix version of video games, I can download God of War and Left 4 Dead, Left Us Now, whatever the fuck that game is called with the vampires, with the zombies and all that shit. And Spider-Man, which is, of course, gonna be fun, and UFC, kicking ass, and Madden and Live, or 2K. We got a shit ton of games. What do you guys?
Another free multiplayer game where actually you can play with a group of people as partners is free on PlayStation Now. It's called DC Universe Alliance or some shit like that, where you basically make your own superhero. And then you drop into you can make a nigga who flies, who's got super speed, who You can create your own character, your own uniform, your own lineup, and then you drop into a battle zone and you can play with your friends and like go and take on missions and shit. You can be a villain or a hero. You'll have a mentor like Batman or Superman or Lex Luthor or whoever, and they'll give you missions, but it's crazy. That one is also free.
I gotta do that. I gotta do that. I'm about to download that tonight. Hopefully it's a downloadable game so I can download it.
It is.
Oh, it's on. I'm doing that tonight. I hope you guys are safe. I hope you're having fun. I hope we gave you some fun shit to do. And if we didn't do that, then hopefully you were able to escape for an hour and a half and just vibe with us. The world is opening up. Please be careful. I am very cautious. As you guys know, I don't know what you see my stations where I have all my shit. I don't, I clean it and leave it, and then I finally take it to the dining room area, and then I finally take it to the kitchen. I don't know if it's helping, but it will be said, I tried. You know what I'm saying? I tried to be as responsible with my life and with shit as I could be. And I was either successful or I wasn't. But I put in the work. And I encourage you guys to put in the work. Social distance. Still get your exercise. 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C a day. Vitamin D. Take it. Go out and get some sunlight also. Apple cider vinegar. A shot of that in the morning. Or 2-3 tablespoons in a cup of water that you can drink. Multivitamin, whatever your vitamins are, whatever your medications are. I got high blood pressure. I take my medicine when I'm supposed to. Fruits. If you're having trouble breathing, if you're having COVID, boiling water, putting orange peels in it with table salt. Inhaling that for 15 minutes. Sea moss, ordering sea moss, incorporating that into your diet, black seed oil, working out, walking, getting your heart rate going, even a lot of whiskey. Yeah, Candy, facts. Well, not facts, but
fun. Yes. Yes.
Cutting down on the smoking. I have not had a clothes this entire show. I don't buy clothes like I used to. I still smoke, but I'm down to like one clove every 2-3 days. And I'm sticking to that. As far as, the other stuff you smoke, yeah. I'm still doing a good job with that, but I probably will roll up tonight.
Yeah, I'm doing a horrible job with both. I'm gonna keep it 100, but I'm doubling up on vitamins. I'm walking every day. I'm drinking a shitload of water, and I'm also not only taking in the gummy vitamins or whatever, but I'm taking in natural vitamin sources. I upped my spinach and my green vegetable intake. It's fucking with my system, frankly, to eat all of that leafy shit. But it's worth it. I've got frozen fruits that I then drop into my blender. I make smoothies. Smoothie with a little vodka is very nice. Not only that, hey, BBD is watching. What's up?
What up, BBD? Bro.
But that and really just focusing on eating healthy, but also not overeating. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sitting on my ass a lot. When you're working in an office, especially when you're a manager or whatever, like you tend to walk around quite a bit. And now that we're social isolating and social distancing, that shit isn't happening. My average steps a day went from 5,600 down to 1,800. You know what I'm saying? That's just a lot less calories you're burning during the day. You don't need a shitload of food right now. You know what I'm saying?
That's real. That's real. Unless you're in the house and drinking every day, people, then you gotta eat a lot of food to combat the liquor. But we need to get up out here and start walking around. Me and JB went on a walk in our complex. First time I seen JB, we was about 6 feet apart. First time I seen this nigga in like 7 weeks. This my brother. He lived right there. He lived like, if we counted it, it'd be like 9 buildings over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that nigga,
we need to keep doing that.
A car was coming and I would drift a little close. He was like, "You're too close, man. You're too close." And we are brothers. Like we've known each other for 30 years. You know what I'm saying?
30
like
plus.
Our last probably contact with another human being was with each other, but we both went to work. Well, I tried to make it as generic as possible, but we both went to work though, or I went to work, and we were both just like, you know what, fuck that shit. Let's be safe, you know. And being safe is something. Let me again just touch on again personal. Like being safe is something I'm taking very seriously. I have not seen my children since March 22nd because their mom isolated them in mid-March, and I was still going to work, and thus I was a risk.
And I haven't seen his children either, my god kids, but I did FaceTime them last week, and we was lit. They was on TikTok. We was lit. So shout out to Ari and Kel. I love you.
Miss you. My baby.
And to even drive the point home more, I ain't had no pussy since March. Like I've been socially distancing from women. Like, you know, my homegirl bought me some fish and left it on the patio. I gotta go get it and wash everything off and put it in the freezer. Oh shit. That shit been sitting out there this whole show.
You be all right.
We had an hour, 33 minutes. That shit been out there for at least an hour and like 10 minutes of it. But it's tilapia. I'm gonna go and rinse it, then I'm gonna put it in my freezer. Cause she know I like tilapia, and I'm gonna cook it. Shout out to you for bringing it through. Yeah.
I had to do it new. Just fucking with you, my G.
Yeah, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. We're gonna let y'all go. We're not gonna hold you all night. But one, we love you. We miss not being able to interact with you more. We hope that you're able to see someone in your family, someone you love. We hope that everybody has healing and gets through this. And if y'all part of the squad, part of the five, part of the family, no matter what we call it, the extended family, we love you. We definitely miss you. And we wishing for all the best for you. And if you're part of the Kickback family, man, we don't even know you, but you watch and listen to us every week. We love you. We wish the best for you and your family. And we here for you. And we will try to bring you everything we can every week, man. No bullshit. From the heart. Real nigga shit. I ain't gonna get mushy, but real nigga shit.
Yeah, that's who we are, what we are, and what we do. And, you know, man, good night and God bless, my man. And
before we go, happy Mother's Day.
Oh, yes.
Back Queens. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers in our family and circle. And happy Mother's Day to Rihanna, because I'm going to get her pregnant. And happy Mother's Day to Ashanti, because I'm going to bust off in that joint. Kalani got a song, but she like, I'm the shit, bust off in me. Like, yeah. And I was just like, she like, I'm a bad bitch, bust off in me. I'm like, oh, shit. That's my new song. Imagine this chick telling you that, JB, like, no. I'm a bad bitch. Bust off in me. Like, Lord.
Heaven feels like heaven.
Right. Jesus Christ.
So good night and God bless y'all. Happy Mother's Day to Patricia Ann Shelton, Dion Shelton, Shelly Mitchell, Marshawn Shelton. Let's see, Natalie Shelton, Naima Lucky. The list goes on and on. All of the mothers out there.
All these random people. You shout out Naima. When last time you talked to her?
A couple weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. She checked in. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I do my happy Mother's Days. Happy Mother's Day to Aunt Joyce, Nikki, Leah, sister-in-law, Monet, Tanita, Brandy, Beyonce, all my aunts, my grandmother, Mima, happy Mother's Day. All my aunts on the Higgins side, Lynn, Gloria, Kathy, and Barbara, and Carrie Champion, happy mother. Well, she's not a mother, but I'll make her a mother. But moving on, anyway, let's get serious. I'm who you both are, and you were on my Facebook feed, but great job, keep it up. Hey, shout out to Candy. She said she don't have no idea who we are, but we was on her Facebook feed, and she watching it, and she enjoyed the show. Well, I'm new. That's JB. We have a podcast called A Pod Named Kickback. We do it live every Sunday. It comes out on every platform on Mondays, YouTube, Apple, Spotify. We also do a music playlist every Friday. We update the playlist. So if you want the newest music, the best music, rap and R&B, it'll be out every Friday. You can find it on Apple, Tidal, or Spotify. And thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you, Candy Zerbe, I think.
Yep, that was right.
Okay. Well, we appreciate you. We getting up out of here. Go the extra mile. You're only saving your life. Do the extra work. Clean it. Do the extra work. We love you. We want you to be here with us next week. Do the extra work.